Well, the Justice Department's watchdog's long-awaited report on the origins of the Russia investigation is finally released. Here with us to discuss it is One America's senior investigative reporter, Richard Pollock, live from D.C. Hello, Richard. So DOJ Inspector General Michael Horowitz just released his report on suspected misconduct on the part of the Obama-era FBI as they sought to open an investigation into alleged Russian collusion on the 2016 Trump campaign. So what are you seeing, or what are you seeing in this report, and what are the big takeaways?
Well, first of all, I think for the last couple of weeks, the Democrats and the liberal media have been trying to downplay the import of the Inspector General's findings, and now we understand why. This is a devastating report to the FBI and the Department of Justice. The headline is that the FBI overstated its confidence in Steele's reliability, Steele's past contributions to the FBI investigations. Now, let me explain to your viewers who Steele is. That's Christopher Steele. He's a former MI6 agent. He was stationed in Russia, and he was a hired hand for Fusion GPS, which was a political opposition company based in Washington, D.C. Both Hillary Clinton's campaign and the Democratic National Committee decided to hire Christopher Steele to create this phony dossier. This dossier is filled and riddled with all sorts of different erroneous allegations about Donald Trump. It also has salacious information about then-candidate Trump. And this was the central document that the FBI apparently relied upon to go forward with its spying of the Trump campaign. So it is very clear that this is a very major slapdown of the Obama administration, of the FBI under Director James Comey, as well as the Department of Justice. Now, I want to read two other little passages that I found in today's IG report. It says that the FBI failed to reassess the Steele reporting relied upon the FISA applications. The FISA applications is the Foreign Surveillance Court. It's a federal court that the government must go to if they wish to spy upon or surveil American citizens. In this case, it was Carter Page, a Trump advisor. So I want to repeat that again. They said the FBI failed to assess or reassess the Steele reporting based upon the FISA applications and did not fully advise NSD, the National Security Division of the FBI, and the Department of Justice. They also say that, which is very important, that we determined that the spying activities and the receipt of Steele's election reporting played a central and essential role in the FBI and the department's decision to seek the FISA order. This is important because the liberal media is saying that the Steele dossier played a minimal and an insignificant role with respect to getting that surveillance warrant on Trump advisors, particularly Carter Page. Here, we have the Inspector General completely shutting this down, saying that it played a central, and the Steele dossier played a central and essential role in the FBI and department's decision to seek the FISA or the surveillance order. This is devastating to, I think, both Director Comey, who was the director of the FBI during this entire period, as well as Department of Justice officials as well. One of the officials that played a very important role on bringing the Steele dossier to the FBI was a gentleman named Bruce Orr. Mr. Orr was a #3 member of the Department of Justice. He obtained the salacious document and then authenticated it to the FBI as real information and gave it to the FBI. Now, I haven't gotten down to the issue of criminal referrals at this point, and we will get to that shortly. But this is a devastating report with respect to the FBI and the Department of Justice, and I think that liberals in Congress and Democrats in Congress should be very worried about these findings. Back to you.
Yes, Richard, and we're just getting word that the Attorney General released a statement saying the report makes it clear that the FBI launched a, quote, intrusive investigation on a U.S. presidential campaign on the thinnest of suspicions. So we know this isn't the end-all of this report. John Durham is still investigating on his part. So how will Michael Horowitz's findings today affect John Durham's investigation moving forward?
Well, I think that this empowers the U.S. Attorney, Mr. Durham, to go forward with both subpoenas and with criminal referrals. He probably, if he has not already convened a grand jury, he will probably convene a grand jury based on the IG's report. He will present the findings, and then he will make a recommendation to the Department of Justice and to the Attorney General as to whether or not any type of criminal charges should be laid against members of the former members of the FBI and members in the Obama Justice Department. He has a free, clear runway at this point, Mr. Durham does, to go forward as fast as he can to have criminal investigations launched. So I think this is a very serious problem for the Congress, which has been poo-pooing the IG report, and it also empowers, I think, Mr. Durham.
Right, and this is just the beginning of a very busy week concerning this report. We'll continue to keep a close eye on this and the latest developments that come out of it. Richard, thank you for joining us.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube. And call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.